When Gabby and I made it to Guatemala, we met an incredible guy named Salomé Lucas Lopez. And he's one of the most amazing people I think I've ever met. Nobody like him. He's able to work God into his everyday job. He's a farmer by trade, and so he works his land in such a way that it just honors the earth and the God that made it. And he also spends a lot of his time teaching people who don't know how to farm, how to plant their own vegetables and feed their families. Well, one day, Salomé had the opportunity to work with a group that had come down from Houston, Texas. They were wanting to work alongside the Guatemalans there on a mission project, and they were planting peanuts in a peanut field. And as the day wore on, they kept getting dirtier and dirtier and dirtier, and, of course, tired. And it was nearing the end of the workday for them. And they were all excited because after this workday, they were going to go to a church service to celebrate all the work that they had done. But unfortunately, the Guatemalans that were working alongside him in this field still had to stay and work some more. And so they weren't going to be able to come along. And Salomé looked out at this and he said, well, what a shame that they're not going to be able to participate in this worship service. And although he's not a preacher or a pastor, Salomé decided right then that he was going to turn this field into holy ground. And he said to the people, you know, God is just not within the four walls of the church. He's out in the streets, he's out in the fields, and he's with the people. So here, we're going to set up our own little worship service. And he started to preach right there among the peanut farmers. And this got me to thinking about my own life and how often I go to church, and that's where I leave God. On Sunday, I get my batteries recharged, and then the rest of the week, I go about my work without much thought of how I'm going to work God or Jesus into what I'm doing. And then because of this, I bet Jesus gets really lonely. I bet he gets cabin fever a lot, right? Sitting there cooped up in the church, nobody ever takes him out. He's like, man, I sure would like to go out for a ride or something. You know, go get some ice cream, check out a movie, maybe ride on a Harley, something cool like that, right? So I wonder what Jesus would say if we asked him how he felt there in the church.